Hello, Facebook. How's it going? I think I'm supposed to wait for people to hop on. I think that's what you do. So I'll start by giving an apology. I am going to pre-apologize for any noises that y'all might hear from my dog. He's not super cooperative, so... Okay, so I bet you're probably wondering what I'm going to talk about. I promise I'm not just going to sit here and be weird. Hello, thank you for the love, thank you. Today, I want to talk a little bit about excuses. Give me a thumbs up if you cringe when I say the word excuses. Because I'm cringing just saying it. The reason I want to talk about excuses today is because in perfect timing, as always is with the universe, you probably hear my dog back there right now, I got a call to action from my guides today. And most of you know I've shared, hi Leah, hi Mondo, hi Marissa. Most of you know I've shared Laureen Malley. She's a spiritual mentor that I follow. And she did a live today, and she actually did like a question and answer kind of thing where she, because she's a spiritual intuitive, so she did a question and answer kind of thing where she like opened things up for questions and, hey girl, and and she answered them. And one of the questions I said something about like, I was talking about like decision paralysis and being confused and not knowing what to do next, and oh god, my hair, it's bad. And she used one word that stood out to me, mattered to me, resonated to me, all this stuff. And I'm gonna explain, just give me a second. So she talked about surrender. Surrendering to the plan, knowing that you're guided, knowing that you're supported. Guys, this is so friggin' hard for me. Like, I am a control freak. You heard it from me, so you can repeat it if you want to. I am a control freak. I have control problems. So, as she finished up her live, I was thinking about control, and I was thinking about surrendering and all this stuff that Laureen tends to get me to do. Thank you, Laureen, if you're watching. I love you. Hey, Tara. Hello. Hi, Mondo and Sandy. You're welcome. Love you. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I'm getting ready to go apartment hunting because those of you who know or may not know, I'm looking for an apartment. And I got dressed and I distinctly remember putting on clothes that were like workout friendly because I wanted to be comfortable. And then I get a message from my old CrossFit coach. I did CrossFit. Hey, Marge. Hi. I love you guys. Okay. So I used to do CrossFit. And my CrossFit coach, I haven't heard from her in a long time, her name is Sharon. Hi, Julia. And she reached out to me and she's like, hey, how are you? And I was like, good, you know, how are you? And I was sort of afraid that the question was coming, when are you coming back to CrossFit? I was like, my heart started beating. I was like, please don't ask me, please don't ask me. And then I was like, how are you? And I made small talk and she's like, good. And I was like, how have things been at the gym? Guys, you can't pull excuses on your higher self. You friggin' can't. If the universe wants it to happen, it's gonna happen. Don't try to resist it, just surrender. So she's like, they've been really slow. I'm trying to figure out how to get more people in here. And of course, me being the bleeding heart that I am, I'm like, well, shit. Now I guess I'm going to CrossFit. So I said, when's your next class? And I half expected her to say that my next class is in a week or whatever, you know, it's Thursday, whatever. And she goes, my next class is at 11:30. Guys, her next class is at 11:30 and it's 10:45 when she's texting me. So I went. This is my post CrossFit right here, what you're looking at, post CrossFit. Hello. Hi, Kirsten. Hi, Byron. Hi. So this is my post CrossFit. Hello. For those of you who want to know what it looks like when I've just finished working out, this is it. This is it. And I got in there and let's not lie, okay? I'm gonna be really honest about this. Hello, hi, I love you guys, thank you. I'm getting to the point, I promise. So I went in, I did my thing, I worked out. I almost died twice. I wanted to quit, I didn't quit. Gonna call that a win. Didn't move as fast as I wanted to, didn't finish the workout, but I didn't quit. Hey Kirsten, seriously, like, I know CrossFit is controversial, but I have to say I'm a fan. I'm a fan of CrossFit. I think it's a really great way to get in there and like prove to yourself you're a badass. I go to CrossFit Caveman in Stafford for any of you locals. Amazing gym, amazing, amazing, amazing. It's run by a family. It's family oriented. Everyone who goes there is super cool. No judgment. Hey Byron, as long as you do your thing and as long as you show up and you don't make excuses, they're all about it. So, no excuses. So, when your higher self wants you to do something, I just want to say there's no getting out of it. My higher self wanted me to go to the gym. I've been telling Marissa's watching this. She's like my soul sister. You can ask her. I've been telling Marissa for months, I need to go to CrossFit. Yeah, but I haven't gone. Guys. How many of you have said you want to do something for a really long time and haven't done it? Don't lie. Don't leave when I ask the hard question. Come on. Fess up. Hey girl, fess up. I know you guys have done it. I did it. I'm guilty. All right, so I did CrossFit. And when I got out of CrossFit, I sat in my car, literally jello. Like, if you've ever done CrossFit, this is not like go to the gym and get on the elliptical for 30 minutes. This is like, come and be prepared to die, okay? Come and be prepared to die. That's what I did. I came and I just tried not to think about it before I got there, but then I almost died. So I was sitting in my car afterwards and I was feeling like jello. And I reached up to my neck and I was like playing with my necklace. And I don't think about my necklace really often when I wear it. I just kind of wear it because, oh God, my hair. See, I'm all sticky from CrossFit. Okay, so I don't think about it very often. But let me tell you guys a story about this necklace. I promise I'm getting there. In therapy, I've been in therapy for almost 3 years. And in therapy, one of the things that we focus on is our inner child. And call me crazy if you want to. It's okay. One of the things we think about is, when you get to adulthood, your job is now to parent your inner child. So my therapist challenged me to get my inner child a Christmas gift. And hello, like, that sounds crazy. Like, what am I going to go buy a toy on Amazon and say, here, self, like, this is for you. But yes, she wanted me to do that. And I got this necklace. And the necklace basically says, I think it's from Winnie the Pooh, actually. Don't judge me. It's Winnie the Pooh. And the necklace says, you are braver than you believe, stronger than you seem, and smarter than you know. So I'm sitting in the car, and I'm beating up on myself because I didn't do as good as I wanted to on the workout. I did the workout, but I didn't do as good as I wanted to. And I'm messing with my necklace because I don't want to drive because I'm literally jello. If you have been to CrossFit, you know, you're freaking jello. Hello, hi guys. You're freaking jello afterwards. Like, I don't care what anyone says, like, that's just the case. So I was sitting there and I played with my necklace and I had this moment of like, well, damn, the text message was perfectly timed, okay? Like, any other day, any other time, I wouldn't have gone. I was wearing the outfit I needed to wear to do CrossFit, so I had, that excuse was null. I was getting ready to go out anyways, so the whole I don't feel like leaving was null. I didn't have any meetings planned for today. Thank you guys, thank you so much. I didn't have any meetings planned today, so that excuse was null. And I had this realization that you can't make excuses for your higher self. I cringe. If something is good for your spirit and good for your soul, there's no getting around it. It's gonna happen. It's how much resistance you have to it. That's what determines if it's going to be a miserable process getting through it or if it's going to be an easy process. Hi Ed, hi guys, thank you so much. So there's no making excuses. When it's good for you, it's going to happen. How fast it happens and how painlessly it happens depends completely and entirely on how much you resist it. Could I have made excuses to my coach when I was sitting there literally doing nothing? Probably. Would I have felt like shit about it? Absolutely. I would have felt like shit. And I would have self-sabotaged. And I probably would have ate something terrible, and I probably would have felt like crap because I would have had to make up a lie to not go. So I wanted to come do this live, post-CrossFit, in my raw state, in my natural habitat, because I had this really big pull that I needed to talk about surrendering and knowing that what is for your highest good is going to come, like it or not. You maybe think that you're going to get out of it or be able to avoid it or wait it out. It's going to come. So if you're trying to leave a job, it's going to happen. It can happen painlessly because you choose to leave, or you can keep resisting and get fired. If you are, hi Stephanie, hi. If you are trying to get out of a relationship, but you're afraid, you know that this relationship isn't working, but you're afraid that maybe you're overthinking it, maybe you won't have money when you leave, maybe you won't have whatever. You're going to end up out of the relationship eventually. There is no excuses for your higher self. No excuses for your higher self. If you want out of the relationship, you might as well just get out of the relationship, man, because it's going to happen eventually. And if you just go with it, if you just let the current take you and you just roll with what feels right, it's going to be such a better experience. And you are going to prove to yourself so much more that you love and care about yourself. So yes, you can resist. Yes, you can argue with the universe. Yes, you can say, God, this isn't my plan. God, are you sure you want me to step? Are you sure? God doesn't say things he's not sure of. And I'm saying God, source, the universe. Hey, Suki, love you. Your higher self, your guides, whoever. I don't care who you talk to. I don't care who you pray to. But they don't take excuses. They know. And they don't ask you to do things that they're not sure of. Yes, you will have a voice in your head that goes after things that aren't for your best and aren't for your highest good. But if you sit quietly with yourself for a little while, I almost guarantee you'll be able to tell the difference, which voice is which. A good friend of mine, Kate, if you guys know Kate, invite her to this because I want to talk about her for a second. Her name is Kate Duxler. She's a business coach. Seriously, I have so many of my mentors on here right now. I love you guys so much. I seriously thank you for all the wisdom. Kate once told me that your intuition never sounds like impending doom. So, whichever voice sounds like you got to do this or insert all the bad things, that's the wrong voice to listen to. That's the ego. That is not your highest self. That is not for your highest good. Hello, Adam. Hi. That's the voice that's meant to take you down. If you want to know which voice is your highest self and which voice isn't going to take excuses, because God, it's not going to take excuses. No excuses, guys. If you want to know which voice you should listen to the one that doesn't sound like fear. Listen to the one that wants you to take a risk. And I'm not talking about the risk you convince yourself this is risky. I'm talking about the real risk, the one you don't know where it's going. If you literally stop and think, I have no idea where this is going to go. I have no idea what this is going to do for me. I have no idea where the doors are going to open. Trust me, I get it. That's the one, though. That's the one that always leads to winning. It always leads to winning. And I'm not talking about competitive winning, ooh, you did great or you did bad, but I'm talking about excitement for your life winning. Most of you who are on here know that I battled with depression, anxiety for a really long time. Most of you that are on here know that I've had points in my life where I was suicidal. Most of you know that I've had points in my life where I almost didn't make it. And the single thing that got me from there to here to where I wake up in the morning and more days than not, I'm happy. Hi, Trish. More days than not, I'm happy. The thing that got me from in my bathroom wondering how many pills it was going to take to end my life to I am so excited for tomorrow. The thing that got me there was the brave steps. It was the leaps of faith. It was I have no idea if this is going to work out, but what's the alternative? When I was at my lowest point, hi Alex, I was afraid to leave a relationship. I was in a very abusive relationship and I was afraid to leave. And I remember sitting in my bathroom on the floor with a bunch of pills, and I was saying, how many is it going to take? And I was Googling it because I didn't want to just get sick. I was literally Googling, how many pills is it going to take? And I had this moment of supreme clarity. I had this moment where I was just like, the alternative is death. So I can either walk out of this relationship and take my baby girl and go live a happy life and or a terrible life. I can either take her and run, or I can die. So which one? And when you're up against that rock bottom, it's like you either quit or you keep moving. And I kept moving, and I'm so glad that I did. Because every time I took a risk and every time I moved into alignment with what my soul was telling me to do, even when it made absolutely no sense, I drove across the country with no money, no job waiting for me, no place to live, nothing. I drove across the country, left my entire life with my daughter in my back seat and my dog. And I had no idea where I was going. I had no idea what I was going to do. What the fuck am I going to do? That's what I thought. Excuse me if there are any of my family on here who don't like me cussing. But honestly, every single time I've done that, thank you guys. Every single time I've gone with the hard choice, every single time I've taken a risk, I've been so grateful afterwards. I've been so grateful. And those risks, listening to those pulls, those like, they're heart-centered, right? Like they just call you. And you're like, how can I do that? You're like, how am I going to pay my bills? How am I going to eat? Where am I going to live? You don't know the answer. You're not supposed to know the answer. You couldn't even dream of the answer if you had to. Let me tell you, take the risk. Take the risk. Because there are no excuses when it comes to your higher self. And where you are supposed to be, you will be. So you can go there kicking and screaming, or you can go there just sort of flowing with it. You can tumble your way through and make it. You can resist every moment and keep questioning God. How are you going to get me through this? How are you going to get me through this? Or you can just follow. And I choose following 10 times out of 10, and it's terrifying, and sometimes I can't breathe, but like that's just what I choose. And so I had to come on here. I know it seems like, okay, how does CrossFit relate to this life journey and like this whatever. But I'll bring it back around, right? There are no excuses for the things that are good for you, that are meant to happen. They're going to happen, period. They're just going to happen. So you can resist and resist and resist, or you can get your shoes on and go to CrossFit. I know, it seems petty comparative to the whole life story, didn't kill myself thing, but you can be resistant, you can make excuses, or you can get your shoes on and go to CrossFit. You can come to CrossFit with me if you want. But that's it. I'm off my soapbox. I love every single one of you that came here and like listened to me, because this is terrifying. This is terrifying. Just in case you weren't aware, like try to do it live. It's so scary, and like scary moments are the most growing. But like just do it, man. Just do it. If you need to take a shot of tequila, I'm with you. Put your shoes on. Let's go. All right. I love you guys. Thanks so much.